Hi, it's Bhagat Narendra here. So today in this video I'm not speaking about any specific animals or something. Today I'm here to debunk. I hope you know, every non-Indians even know that about a religious cult leader known as Sadhguru. He's having a lot of followers, having a lot of religious people, and actually he have done a lot of anti-scientific things in the past. But today as a vegan and as an atheist, I have to put on something which is a serious issue that I can't avoid, my conscience can't avoid it. So let's go into the video.
Namaskaram Sadhguru. My question is about milk. Milk is coming from the cows, which is a very torturous way.
How old are you?
So first of all, the woman is very polite and very gentle towards the while asking questions towards that person, and it's like he's trying to diminish that woman, or it's not a right way to speak to a woman, especially not a woman, not to a person. She's asking a genuine question, and if you can't answer it, you have to tell her that thing, or you have to just clearly specify what she's telling. I don't think that was a nice way to speak. And he's got a lot of followers and a lot of audience in this stage, so he's making a build up with that lady, with that young lady. I think she whatever she speaks means no one will give ears to us, or if you go for your crafts you're telling there. So that's the thing, first thing. And next,
I'm 32.
Oh, too late for milk drinking.
And I don't know from what scientific basis you told 32 years old is too late for milk drinking. Actually, you don't want milk of another animal from infancy to pregnancy. It's having all scientific backup, and I could give you all those backups. We could give you all those backups if required. So thing is that also I'm telling this to my audience, or those people who are going to watch this video. You don't want to consume any animal products from pregnancy to infancy, and the descriptions for that I'll give you later.
Sadhguru, I didn't understand.
Then you can drink milk.
Oh, man. See, just like, what about your child asks you, is it cruel to rape a woman or abuse a child? And it's like, if the child says, no, I didn't understand what is the sequences of that, and will you say that, oh, then you can rape the woman, then you can abuse the child or do something like that? Well, it's like showing the quality of the person. He's got a lot of audience. He just want to make the women small in front of them. He's having a knack in dealing.
It's okay.
So the cows are getting tortured just to get the milk from them, and it's about their reproductive system, and we are dependent on the milk which should be given to her children, and this has been happening since ages. And also in the yogic system and in the temples, the milk is getting used for diyas and also for the linga. So I'm not sure how good it is. Sometimes I feel very bad about it.
I don't know where you saw diyas burning with milk.
So first of all, if non-Indians are watching this, diya means it's a sort of, I think, like burning a lamp-like thing, used to burn using ghee or something like that. So all of us know ghee is made from milk. You don't want to make such a low-class joke. Even what you say, play school children won't tell, like I haven't seen where you saw milk. Yeah, no one of among us have seen like burning diya with milk. We know ghee is made from milk. So that's why the women asked that question. And all this is techniques to attract the audience.
Anyway.
Made from the ghee,
all right.
made from the milk.
So, it's better to slaughter them, not torture them, right?
Yeah, also the women have raised a quality question that why we have to torture these innocent animals for our 5-minute sensitive pleasure, and for a glass of milk, or for a plate of paneer, or a cheese, a piece of cheese maybe. Like why we have to torture these innocent animals? That's the thing actually. The lady used to want to speak, and he's replying that it's better to kill them or better to slaughter them than torturing them. Actually, this is, I don't know what is his understanding about life. My understanding about life is it's better to get killed soon than being tortured inch by inch. I'll tell you like that. That's another subject. That's not our like what I want to tell you. But I will tell you it's for beef. Yeah, let me. He's also telling that after putting this animal to work, when this animal gets waste in the language of dairy industry, we will kill them. We kill them for sure. So, which means it's getting tortured for a decade or more than a decade and being slaughtered at the end. That's better than killing it earlier. I will tell you that's better than killing it earlier. You don't want to suffer much more pain than what do you say? Meat buffalo don't want to suffer much pain as a cow, as per my understanding. I was there. I had few domestic animals and I had did all these things. I knew what it is. So let's look at the rest.
Well, it's better to leave them the way they want to
Oh,
live.
that will not happen. The only other option is slaughter them. So we think it's better to milk them rather than slaughter them.
So first of all, what's the sense of telling a lot of crabs and closing your hands and telling, this is my understand of cruelty? Rubbish, like, how?
We think it's better to put them to work than to slaughter them. This is my understanding of cruelty. If your understanding of cruelty is milking the cow is very cruel, so we will kill the cow and eat it up.
Yeah, you're seeing a lot of idiots clapping their hands in that. You've got, everyone are blindly onto him. That's why they're not asking any questions. We are telling them like, actually the women what meant is that we just want to leave them alone, in the sense we don't want to breed that animal, or we don't want to put that animal into exercise. No, we don't want to put that animal into exercise and to make it to sleep in our lap and feed them. That's also having a lot of environmental issues. These tons of animals are like, we don't mean that. We didn't want the animal to come into existence, or we don't want the animal to be bred. So he's telling that if we don't kill the animal, if we don't milk the animal, we have to kill the animal. We don't want this animal brought up in this world. These are all brought for human purposes. These have nothing to do with the wild. And so what he gonna do with this animal if getting old, or the male cows will be there in the industry, what are you gonna do with them? He's also supporting other very cruel sports like a sort of Indian bullfight it is, like Jallikattu people used to tell it. And even he used to ride on bulls. See, we are not living in 5,000 years, but we are living in 2021. We have hundreds of car brands and two-wheelers and three-wheelers and other things and all in this world, and we don't want to ride on a dumb animal for saving the animal's life, as per he's saying.
Whatever your intentions are, that is exactly what will happen. Yes or no? That's all that will happen. So if you think that is more humane, just to slaughter them and eat them up, that's not my understanding of cruelty. My understanding of cruelty and compassion is, first thing is right to life. There is cruelty everywhere. You were sent to school, it's a bloody cruel place.
Well, you're saying school is a bloody cruel place, okay. It doesn't mean like, oh man, having to, if you look at the wild, you have seen the animals kicking it like brutally when it's getting the herbivorous animals whacked, and like the animals will be forcing it. It's painful, yeah, it's painful. Why they're doing is that it wants to survive in the wild. Similarly, in current world, giving some academic education, giving education, I'm telling, like it's to improve the quality and make the person better to live in this modern world. I don't know what's your understanding on cruelty today.
Yes, it's very cruel on a child. But can you leave the children on the street and say, don't go to school? We have to put them through that cruelty, because otherwise they will go and kill each other on the street. Yes, so many negative things will happen in their life. They will become… poverty will take over, crime will take over, other kinds of things will take over. So it's better put them through 12, 15 years of cruelty to avoid a lifelong suffering. Yes or no? We know certain things are cruel, but we still do it because the alternative is worse. First and foremost thing for every life is the right to life. After that, whether it should be milked or not, whether it should be worked or not, I'm sure the next thing is the bulls are drawing the cart. Some people are coming, activists are coming and saying, they're doing very cruel, these bulls are being treated very cruel, they're drawing the cart.
Yeah, maybe right to life. But what about right to freedom actually? The animal is living like a slave, its entire life for our pleasure. And what if you have left the animal alone or didn't brought that animal into existence? It could have been more nice. You're not speaking anything about right to freedom in this.
Flat ground, put ball bearings, easy, brakes and everything so that it's not very hard on him, but he needs to work. If he doesn't work, we will just keep him and you will feed him? Such a thing won't work. So we will leave him. Where will he go? Straight to the slaughterhouse. Straight. Because they want him to go quick before he loses his muscle. That's what will happen to him. We want him to live, that's why we're making him work. If it's a male, we make him work that way, if it's a female, we milk her, it's good. Otherwise, you will not give them any chance to live. Anything that's not useful to human societies, have we allowed them to live? Are we in that kind of condition? Are you in that state of compassion that things which are not useful to you, every day you will feed it with your money and keep it alive? Are you in that state of compassion, I'm asking you? If you are like that, fantastic, I would bow down at your feet.
Oh, that's another stupid statement you've made actually, like you are putting a lot of these poor animals is also environmental hazard. As I'm telling you, I'm an animal lover, even though I'm telling you, like the 88%, 83% of the agricultural land is put up for animal agriculture, and that makes almost 25% of global ice-free land, and also almost the half of the food produced, human consumable food, is directly fed to these animals which we have put into existence. It has nothing to do with nature, first of all. So another understanding is that he's telling we have to put someone into existence and we have to keep on feeding it, and with the food which you and me have to consume should be fed to an animal we bought, have nothing to do with the circle of life and all. Some omnivores used to tell the ecological system. I mean, no offense with these videos and dialogues, and just take it funny. So the thing is that he's telling it's better to do likewise. That's not a moral way to do things. That don't want to happen. We don't want these animals to be brought here.
Okay? If you are like that, you are not like that, I know. I know you're not like that. I know who I'm dealing with. So this kind of rubbish keeps coming up, this misplaced compassion without knowing the realities of how the world works. Somebody is complaining about this, if the dogs are tied up, they said, cruelty to the dogs, and suddenly they would write blogs about us. Okay, if I let them loose, this happened. This happened in Bangalore, one case happened, in Madurai or someplace another happened. Packs of dogs, they attacked school-going children and ate them up. Because dog is a carnivorous animal. If they are there in packs, they will get their instinct back. Only when they are separate individual, they don't have that sense. But if 10-15 of them are together and roaming around, when they see a child below 4 feet of height, they will go for him. So, school-going children were attacked and eaten up. Now what do? Now municipality comes and just culls all of them. Isn't it better that they're tied?
And next he is talking about the dogs here. Also, these dogs are brought up from humans, we know that. And these dogs are not carnivorous animals, these dogs are omnivores, as though they belong to the carnivore order. We have bought these dogs and cats as omnivores. So your understanding is like, we are also against breeding dogs, because 200 million dogs like in the street, they are suffering due to lack of food, and even people are, you know all these breeds, Great Dane, Labrador, German Shepherd, that shit, this shit, a lot of animals are there. All these things you are still spending on money, and as you're spending money, a waste dog which you have wrapped the lore and good for nothing have been thrown out in the street, that animal again gives birth. You have to stop that. You don't want to chain the animal to death. Just think about the way you're executed, you're got for a crime, you're executed on the point, versus you're imprisoned for 30 years, and or like you're imprisoned towards for death. Which one you think is better? I think it's first one. Get quick death is merciful. I've heard in a lot of movies a quick death is merciful, and I believe it myself. A quick death is merciful.
This may sound cruel and absurd, but I want you to know this. Every other life values its life as much as you value yours. Even an ant doesn't want to die. Yes or no? You think an ant is wanting to die because it's a small life? No, even an ant sees its life is as precious as yours. So if you don't milk the cow, it will go straight to the slaughterhouse. That's where it's going. That's where they're all going. Those who don't have milk, those who don't have the ability to work, that's where they're going. So,
So this is the same thing I have to tell you. Every ant, I will agree with you. Okay, in this point I'm agreeing with you. Every ant every animal, every sentient animal find its life precious, like I do for mine, you feel for you. I'm totally with you. But thing is that this is what I have to tell you in another tune. If you support this cattle industry and breeding of these animals, let me tell you something. How many lands have to be cleared for making the? I told you, like more than 3/4 of land used for agriculture is for animal agriculture. How many land you have to clear for feeding these animals, and a lot of environmental issues people are creating with animal agriculture. So for these things and all, you have to kill all these pests, all those animals gone into these lands, all those wild animals sometimes gone into the farmlands and all. You have to attack those animals, you have to kill them without any sign of all those mercy you have told here. So I will, from bottom of the heart of vegans, it's not believing. We know ourselves, it's like being a vegan or avoiding the usage of animal products and avoiding like human causing breeding of these animals is better than your a vegetarianism or like supporting dairy industry and speaking about meat. And the solution is that being a vegetarian is sort of you're climbing on a truck and pushing it to move, like I think you can imagine it. Because as soon as how many dairies and eggs you consume, that much waste animals in the language of the industry, the animal agricultural industry, in the language of that, a lot of waste animals will be pushed out. And these animals are just we have nothing to do with these animals. We can't leave them in the wild either, they won't survive. These animals are recklessly pulled into the slaughterhouses for our chicken, for our beef, for our that mutton things and all. So what you have to know is that we should not close our eyes and make things darker. And the cult he belongs is also supporting, is against killing animals. I'll tell you, the Hindu cult is basically against killing animals. But killing animals, we don't want to kill animals and we want their products. It's like will create a big issue. Okay, it will create what about we are using all these animals and leaving all those in Bangalore itself. I'm living in India. I'm an Indian, and in the city I am living rightly now. You could see here killing cows is illegal. So killing cows is illegal means you can see those cows and all roaming in the roads and creating problems and all. And sometimes and all, if we apply the horn, the animal will not move. Such problems and all are happening. So we don't want to create more nuisance with these animals artificially bred to the world. So the conclusion is that if you really don't want these billions and trillions of innocent creatures being tortured and killed to death, along with all these environmental impacts, and for all those humans who are suffering due to this, if you sincerely find we have to get a solution for this, the ultimate truth is that you have to go vegan. The world have to go vegan. And that's the way I would like to conclude about this. This is the message from vegans. I would like to tell you, here in India we are not having much vegans, but having a lot of vegetarians and a lot of vegetarian friends of mine who were vegetarian for like animals. They were people like they believed being vegetarianism saved animals. Few of my friends switched to vegans, and that's the happiest things for me. My whole family switched to vegans. And if you sincerely find that you don't want to put your hands in this blood of these innocent animals, you have to go vegan. Thank you.